It is time for you to live your dreams. A man on a mission to drop the fact. To no longer let other people's opinions hold you back from being the man that you want to be.
Michael Jordan, you look at somebody like Kobe Bryant, right? Think about how well they executed. Not only watching the game of basketball, not only being the best in their high school, not only being the best in college for Michael Jordan who went to college, right? But executing on a day-to-day basis, executing play to play, right? Call to call, shot to shot, right? How well they executed. So most people don't lack the information, the knowledge. We live in the era of information and knowledge. You can pretty much Google or YouTube anything, and get 80% of what you need for free. The other 20%, yeah, you could pay for, right? But most of the information's out there for you to get a six-pack, to get the woman, to get the relationship, to build a business, to make the money, right? Most of the information's out there. But the results you have in the mirror, the results you have in your bank account, the results you have in your business are a reflection of your level of execution, right? We live in an era of shiny object syndrome. We live in an era where you just want to, consume information and give yourself a pat on the back saying, hey, I went to Deven's event. Woohoo! Hey, I just invested $500 or $1,000 or whatever you invested in yourself. Woohoo! I got a coach, right? And you pat yourself on the back. No, actually, when you go to the event, when you read the book, when you get the coach, when you start the job, when you start the business, that's when the game gets started. That's when the buzzer beeps. Right now, it's time for you to execute, right? You learn something, you need to execute it 10,000 times in order for you to be successful. You learn something, one new thing a day, you need to execute it 1,000 times a day to actually get results, right? It doesn't matter about what you know. Knowledge without application is nothing. It's nothing. Application without execution is useless. Useless. You might as well spend your time sleeping on the couch, playing video games, doing nothing. Instead of, if you're going to learn something, go to an event. That's why some guys piss me off. I already know, Deven, it's repetitive, blah, blah, blah. Say a whole bunch of bull crap, right? Knowledge without application, or something you learned without application isn't learned. You didn't learn it if you're not doing it. You haven't learned the lesson if you're continuing to make the same mistakes over and over and over again, right? So you need to really ask yourself, go to this event, right? Listen to this event. I'm not even going to get into my slides yet. I just want to give you this 5 minutes of hype, right? But giving you the right mind frame, right? The mind, set your your mind in the right state that it needs to be in to make the most of this event. I want you to have the mindset that you're already looking, Deven, I'm looking for 1 to 3 things that if I could learn today or during this event, that if I apply to my life, will transform my life, will transform my business, will transform my professional career, that will transform my financial place, that will transform my body, right? You're looking for 1 to 3 things, because one thing, if you learn one thing and you actually execute it every single day for the rest of this year and rest of your life, it will absolutely change your life. So I want you to look for that one thing. Here's one thing you could take right now. Every single thing you learn from here on out, make a promise with yourself that you're going to execute on what you've learned, right? You're no longer going to just consume, learn without executing. You need to learn at least one thing today. And if this is the one thing, congratulations, right? Learn one thing today that could transform your life. All you got to do is execute on it. Just make a promise to yourself. You're not just going to learn, be the guy that says, oh, I know everything. Oh, I know this. I know that. I've heard this. I've heard that. I've watched this. I've been to this event, read this book. No. Be the person that says, I learned this one thing, this one thing from this event, and I've executed on it every single day, and it's transformed my life, right? If you could just do that today, if you could do that during this event, I guarantee it will be successful for you. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go into the slideshow because I have a lot of different structure that I want to give you guys, because I could rant at you all day, but that isn't going to be the most beneficial for either of our times and energies. So I have some slides I'm going to take you through. Cool. Let me see here. Let me pull that up. You guys see that? See that good? Yep. Give me a thumbs up. Yup. Cool. Can you guys still hear me well? Even with the 300 violin music? One quick tip. If this is the one thing you learn, oh my God, this will change your life. This will change your life. Wiring music or an instrumental like the 300 violin instrumental for me wires me in because it's been habitually wired inside my subconscious to grind, right? I listen to this song every single time I want to be focused, every single time I want to execute and just crush it and kill it like I'm going to war, like this is game time. I'm about to win the NBA championship. I'm about to crush it. I will play this song before a sales call. I will play this song while I'm at an event. I will play this song right before a coaching call. I will play this song anytime that I want to execute. So whatever it is for you, if it's a song or if it's an instrumental, wire the same. You got to play the same song. It can't be something different every single time. The same song, the same instrumental, and listen to it right when you're looking for that response within yourself. You're looking for that response of focus, that response of concentration, that response of motivation, the response of execution, right? And you just do that every single time you're going to go to work or you're going to do something serious, something you want to have that energy for. You wire that song. You can do the same thing for relaxation, for romantic, whatever it is. But if you do that, it will start. If you do it habitually, day in and day out, I can't tell you guys. I've listened to this 300 violin that's playing in the background 10,000 times. And so it's wired in my subconscious. When this instrumental is going, it's go time, it's grind time, it's focus time, it's execution time. All right. So if you guys could do the same thing, wire some type of instrumental or some type of song when you want to execute, like your game time song, right? And it will get you to another level. Cool. All right. Let's get to it. Let's share a slideshow. 1 second. Here we go. Cool. Guys still see that? Yep. Give me a thumbs up. Cool. Extreme execution. Get ready to change your life and break through to the next level, right? The reason I kind of already told you guys that I put this event together is because some of you guys have limiting beliefs, false identities that are holding you back from building the business you want, making the money you want, building the brand you want, putting yourself out there, having the confidence you want, having the body you want, dropping the vices, whatever it is. You might have certain things that are holding you back, or certain things that you don't know when it comes to execution, when it comes to performance, when it comes to reaching your vision and living your dreams and accomplishing your goals that you don't know. So this event is to get you not only the knowledge and the motivation to actually start executing, but I want to give you the framework, the structure, and just get you the transformation that is required to execute, right? So I want you guys all to have the intention of looking for a breakthrough today, looking for a breakthrough that's going to happen inside your soul, that's going to happen inside your mind, that's going to happen inside of you, right? This is an internal shift that's going to happen because nothing outside of yourself, nothing external will change in your life, in your bank account, in your body, in anything. You can ask Daniel this. Daniel, I've been helping Daniel for free for 3 months now, and Daniel's lost like 40 pounds, right? He's lost like 40 pounds. And I'll tell you this because I know Daniel and I've talked to Daniel. Daniel didn't start changing his body. He didn't start losing the 40 pounds until what? Until he internally switched. Until he internally decided that he was going to be somebody different. That he's like, no, I got to take my health more serious. I got to change. I got to be somebody different. It was an internal change. And guess what happened afterwards? The weight started coming off. You started seeing an external change. So it's going to be the same thing with you in your business, in your finances, in your relationships, in every single area of life. Nothing external will change until internally you change. So you need to become somebody different in order to get different results. So start asking yourself this question. Who do I need to become to reach this goal? Who do I need to become? Because that's ultimately the transformation that's where your focus needs to be. The transformation has to come internal in order to see the external result, right? So who do I need to become internally in order to get this external result? In your finances, in your business, in every single area of life, in your faith, your family, your finance, your fitness, all right? Extreme execution, let's get into it. Let's get rocking and rolling. Cool. Exercise number 1. I want all of you guys, that's why I told you guys, don't be working out, don't be driving for anybody watching the recording, because we got about 20 people who signed up already for this event. We're going to get a whole bunch of people signed up, whole bunch of people watching this recording. But exercise number one, I want all of you guys to close your eyes. Close your eyes with me. Close your eyes with me right now. Close your eyes. All right? And ask yourself this one question. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Not your name, not your race, not your skin color, not your religion, not your political beliefs, not your job title, not your career, not your mama, not your daddy, not your brother, not your sister, not nobody that defines you. Who are you? I want you to get very clear on that one question. Who are you? Spend some time with that every single day. Who are you? Because until you know who you are, the world and other people will tell you who you are. You need to get very clear on who you are so you can tell other people, you can tell the world who you are, instead of the world and your family and your friends and your clients and the people you talk to. They will tell you who you are if you don't have a very clear and certain idea of who you are. Who are you? I want you guys to get very clear on that, because that's going to be the determining factor of how you show up to every single area of life with a certain degree of certainty and confidence of who you are. Because if you don't have certainty on that, the world and other people will impose on you and tell you who you are. Get very clear on who you are, guys. All right? That's exercise number one. You should do that every single day. You should do that every single time you doubt yourself. Who am I? Remind yourself, who are you? Remind yourself that when you're creating your vision, when you're creating your goals, who are you? All right? And journal on it. Remind yourself about that. Cool. The reason that's important is because you need clarity in order to have certainty. See, the number one thing to failure, all of the reason you guys are failing on whatever is because you're confused. Confusion leads to failure. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know what you want, if you don't know what to do, you don't know how to do it, you will fail. You will fail. You don't know how to drive, you're probably going to crash. You don't know where to go, you probably won't end up where you want to go. You don't have a GPS, you don't have a map, man, you'll probably end up in the wrong city, the wrong state, the wrong country. Right? You need to get clarity on all of these things. Who are you? We just went over that. Who do you want to be? Who is the man that you want to be in your faith, in your family, in your fitness, in your finances, in your body, in your discipline? Who do you want to be? Get clear on that. Right? Because if you don't get clear on who you want to be, the world and other people will shape you into who they want you to be. AKA a slave job that just molds you into being their slave because you don't have clarity on who you want to be or what you want to do. They will use you like a pawn in their system, in their game. Right? So you want to get very clear on who you want to be, who you are now, what your unique gifts and talents are. What are you really good at? What are you really good at? God-given gifts and talents and capabilities that maybe your mama doesn't have, maybe your dad doesn't have, maybe your best friend doesn't have, but you have. What are your gifts and talents? You should have clarity on that. You should be very clear on what makes you unique. So when you're talking to me, when you're talking with your product and service and business or in relationships, whatever it may be, you know what your strengths are. You know what superpowers you have. You know what to do. You know what you can do. And you also know what you're bad at. You also know what gifts and talents you don't have, right? So you want to get very clear on what your gifts and talents are. Spend some time with that. Think about that. I know I'm very well spoken. I know I'm very good at teaching things. I know I'm very good at motivating people. I know I'm very growth minded, and I constantly strive for growth and growth and growth. And I refuse for anything less. I refuse to go backwards. I refuse to stay complacent. I refuse to stay in the same spot. I'm constantly pushing for more of myself, more of my capacity, more of my capabilities, more growth. I want more, right? I know that's one of my gifts and talents because not everyone has that, right? So what are your gifts and talents? Who are you? What are your gifts and talents? What are your strengths? All right. What do you want? Get very clear on what you want in your faith when it comes to your relationship with God, when it comes to your spiritual beliefs. If you don't believe in God, what are your philosophical values, your ethos, right? What are your values in life? What do you believe in? What are your goals when it comes to that? When it comes to your morals and ethics in who you are as a human being? What are your values? What do you want in your faith? What do you want in your family? Your relationships, your friendships, your intimate relationships, your girlfriend, your marriage, your kids, right? Whatever, whoever's watching this, I got a range of different people, right? But what do you want in your family? What do you want in your finances, in your professional career? What do you want to do? How do you want to make your money? How many hours do you want to work? How much money you want to make, right? Like finances. If you don't have a goal, you won't accomplish it, guaranteed, right? You need clarity. What do you want? What do you want in your fitness and health? How do you want to look naked? How do you want to look with your shirt off? How do you want to feel? How much energy? How much confidence in your body? How strong do you want to feel? Do you want to feel like the man? Guys, I busted out 100 push-ups in a row today, and I was like, damn, I haven't done that in like 6 years. I was like, ooh, getting jacked, woo, right? Like, how do you want to feel? You want to feel strong, right? Cool. How do you want to live? What is the lifestyle you want to live? What type of energy? What type of mindset? What type of relationships? How do you want to live, right? How do you want to feel? Vibration, frequency, energy. Do you want to be positive? Do you want to be negative? Do you want to be depressed? How do you want to feel? And why you want to get clarity on this, guys, is because if you don't know how you want to feel, I guarantee you're gonna feel a whole bunch of different things. And obviously, as a human being, you're gonna feel a whole bunch of different emotions. But if you know that you want to feel a certain way every single day, like confident, energized, positive, you can begin to build habits and routines and systems to make you more confident, to make you more energetic, to make you at a high vibration. But if you don't have clarity on how you want to feel, I guarantee you won't have habits and routines to help you with that. I guarantee you won't, because you're lost in the wind. You're like, man, I'm just going to feel however I want to feel. I'm just going to feel because I'm just clueless. I'm delusional. I don't have any idea, right? You want to be very clear. How do you want to feel? How do you want to be known? You can ask the people, every one of you guys, I'm sure you guys know, I'm persistent as hell and I will not quit. I'm consistent like the wind. I'm consistent like the sun in the sky, bro. I will show up every single day. Every single day I'm alive, right? How do you want to be known? When people think of Dylan, when people think of Timo, when people think of Nicholas, Daniel, Ramon, right? When people think of you, how do you want to be? How do you want to feel, right? Or how do you want to be known, right? Lastly, what do you want your legacy to be, right? When you die, right? Like with your family, your friends, the lives you impacted in life. Like, what's your legacy? Think about when you're going to die. Like, shit, did I do anything in my life? Did I? Did you? What mark do you want to leave for your family, for your generations? The impact you left on this world, right? Get clarity, guys. Cool. All right. I told you guys I was going to go over this real quick. I think you guys got the idea. I'm a little 300 violin out, so I'm going to take off this violin real quick. Cool. All right. But with that, it's a great time. Is there any questions on clarity? Because I think that's a big thing. Like I said, without clarity, you will be confused, and confusion leads to failure. So any questions on clarity, guys? No? Cool. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Next. I told Dylan I was going to go over this. So what should you do